Hello, my name is Adam Butler, although on Board Game Geek and YouTube you may know me better as Mario Fanatic 15. Today, I have received my copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shadows of the Past Works Edition in the mail, and I am going to be doing an unboxing video. You can see here, this is a rather large box. So, let's not waste any time. Wait, no, this doesn't feel right. A box like this needs the proper tools to open it. Much better. Now the first thing you can see in here is the little portfolio with the lithographs. If I can get them out without tearing them. We'll look at those later. This is a reprint of the first issue of the IDW series with special art unique to the Kickstarter edition of the board game. In here we have the primary rulebook. This right here is basically what the box for the retail version will look like, so if you can't find it at your local game store, that's because you're looking for this, not for that. This is a basic overview of the rules, of course. Next we have multiple token sheets, 2 in here representing the different props that are used to modify the battlefield. And then here we have 2 sheets of other various tokens that are used for certain things. Pizza for health, KO markers, focus markers. Next we have the main adventure books. These are what contain the scenarios and tell you how to set up each individual mission. This one contains the first 2 adventures, this one the 3rd and 4th. This is similar but for the Kickstarter exclusive goodies. Tons of little plastic baggies included in there. That way you don't have to provide your own. The round tracker bookmark also doubles as a way of keeping track of who won the last game, since certain maps will change depending on who was victorious. Here we have a little catalog of IDW's games. I have to admit I'm not very familiar with their library. Next we have the various hero and villain sheets. Let's start with the main set. These are the ones that will be in the retail version. You have the 4 turtles, of course. And of course it wouldn't be a Turtles game if they didn't get to fight the Shredder at some point. Old Hob, Karai, with 2 different versions. Or is it just 2 copies of the same one by accident? I hope that doesn't mean somebody else is missing a copy. Alapex, different Foot Clan soldiers, and 2 different street thugs. And then we have some of the Kickstarter exclusives. 2 heroes and 2 more villains. Now these 2 will be available at retail eventually, but not as part of the base game. Bebop and Rocksteady, these versions are unique to the Kickstarter, but they do have plans to introduce them to the game in a future expansion. Similarly, Splinter here will be available later, but is currently exclusive to this. Then there are the alternate art cards for the Turtles based off the original Eastman designs, as well as the same for Shredder. And there are the Mousers. There is apparently a co-op campaign, well, not campaign, a single scenario with the Mousers included in the Kickstarter version. They apparently do have plans to expand the co-op version later, but for now it is just one scenario. A great many dice. I won't be taking them all out of the bag, but each turtle has their own color-coded dice, and at a quick glance they seem the same, but each is actually slightly different. For example, Leonardo has double attack icons, Michelangelo has double move, Raphael has double range, and Donatello has combination block and attack at the same time. These are the standard battle dice for rolling hits and misses. These are Splinter's dice, and he has a lot of double icons. Yeah, I guess they decided the best way to show that he was their master is to make it to where he has all the skills that he taught to them. And in here we have Casey Jones dice, which are white and green. We have a second set of battle dice, which are black on white instead of white on black. And then we have the one of the dice for April O'Neil. Okay, we're back, and while we were fixing the camera, I went ahead and got out the lithographs. These are each obviously not hand done, but the originals are done by Kevin Eastman, and each Kickstarter had this one in particular signed by him. Next we have the various ability cards. There are a lot of them, so I'm not going to go through them individually, but I don't know the exact number. I know there's over 150. You can see that many of them are for this is obviously the villain set with Shredder, Thugs, the Reap Group card. Here we have some of the ally cards and the different abilities for the turtles. For those of you who grew up watching the 90s show, you might notice that a few of them actually have references to the theme song. Leonardo leads, Does Machines 84, Cool But Rude, and Party Dude. These are the various terrain cards. those tokens that we showed earlier that modify the maps, as well as the maps themselves, have different things that use these. Then more villain ability cards. And finally, we have the ability cards for Splinter. Okay. Next up, we have the map tiles. As you can see, they're fairly plain, but that allows them to have more use of the various little tiles in here. It allows you to change them up from scenario to scenario instead of having them be static all the time. Now, as you can see, each one has different designs on the front and back. Mostly it's one for streets, one for sewers, others are rooftop or subway. And here we have the Kickstarter Exclusive Studio map. Now let's get into the part that always causes the debate between American style and European style gamers: plastic miniatures. Are they necessary for a great game? No, but they certainly help. Now, once again, this is the works version, so there is a lot here that will not be in retail. But let's start by looking at... Not going to go through all of them, of course, but you have a bunch of generic villains, like there's 18 of these foot soldiers. You have, I think, 5 of the 2 types of different thugs. You have multiples of the foot elite and foot bruisers. I can't remember which is which at the moment. But you, of course, get one of each turtle, although for the Kickstarter version, there were also these Eastman style turtles based off the original designs. There are a handful of villains as well, such as Alopex, Karai, and of course the Shredder. Kickstarter backers also got a Super Shredder. Personally, I can't wait to try out Splinter myself. Another of the Kickstarter goodies were the 15 Mousers. Finally, we have one more pack of cards. We have Casey Jones hero cards, April O'Neil's, and then we also have ally cards for using the turtles as allies instead of full heroes, as well as ally cards for Kevin Eastman and the Fugitoid. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.